Honorable Minister of Water and Environment, Honorable Minister of State, representative of the Kampala Archdiocese, Archbishop of Kampala Archdiocese, the United Nations resident coordinator, the UNDP representative, the representatives of development partners here, representatives of the private sector and civil society organizations, representatives of other stakeholders, government officials, all Ugandans watching and listening to this event, the media, ladies and gentlemen. I congratulate the Ministry of Water and Environment and its partners for organizing the 7th Uganda Water and Environment Week. This is an opportunity for all stakeholders to come together and discuss issues affecting water and the environment. It is pleasant to note that you have continuously held these annual celebrations since inception in the year 2018 as a way of providing a forum for dialogue among stakeholders in the sustainable management of natural resources. Environmental issues affect all of us as we live in this country. The people who put together our Constitution in 1995 knew this fact quite well, and it is well stated in our Constitution. Objective number 21 of the National Objectives and Directive Principles of State Policy of our Constitution states, and I quote, "The state shall take all practical measures to promote a good water management system at all levels." It is in compliance with this constitutional obligation that the state makes all effort to provide a good water management system at every level. Note that the duty of the state is that this should extend to every level. We should endeavor to work towards the achievement of this goal because we all agree that we need good water and everywhere. Our Constitution is even more elaborate in respect of protection of the environment. I'll quote the Constitution and please listen. This is a day for us to reflect and reconsider. We should think about whether we are all playing our proper constitutional roles in the area of environmental protection. It is extremely important that we listen to the command to us from the Constitution of Uganda. Objective number 27 provides as follows, and I quote, 1. The state shall promote sustainable development and public awareness of the need to manage land, air, and water resources in a balanced and sustainable manner for the present and future generations. 2. The utilization of the natural resources of Uganda shall be managed in such a way as to meet the development and environmental needs of present and future generations of Ugandans. And in particular, the state shall take all possible measures to prevent or minimize the damage and destruction of land, air, and water resources resulting from pollution or other causes. 3. The state shall promote and implement energy policies that will ensure that people's basic needs and those of environmental preservation are met. And 4. The state, including local governments, shall A. Create and develop parks, reserves, and recreation areas and ensure that the conservation of natural resources is done. B. Promote the rational use of natural resources so as to safeguard and protect the biodiversity of Uganda. Chapter 247 of our Constitution empowers our Parliament to make laws for the protection and preservation of environment, and Parliament has, in compliance with this provision of the Constitution, made various laws to that effect. Let's keep in mind that Uganda is a signatory to a number of regional, continental, and international instruments and treaties governing sustainable use of the environment and natural resources. Under these instruments and treaties, we are obliged to protect and promote sustainable water and environmental policies as our international obligation. We have committed ourselves in this regard to protect the environment and natural resources, and we are obliged to comply. The theme of this 7th Uganda National Water and Environment Week is rethinking collective action and innovative solutions to water, environment, and climate change crisis in Uganda. This theme invites us to rethink the existing approaches to addressing water, environment, and climate change challenges in the country. We need to have a candid discussion on how best we can use the environment and natural resources sustainably for the benefit of our current and future generations. We need to build from the lessons learned from this week's activities to see how best we can manage the environment and curb the challenges caused by climate change. I request the participants at this 7th Water and Environmental Week to discuss how water and environment can be sustainably managed for socio-economic transformation of Uganda. Natural resources such as forests, wetlands, water bodies, flora and fauna constitute a big part of our environment. They can be used as sources of income and provide employment to many Ugandans. They are means of wealth creation. They avail several opportunities to the population in the form of agriculture, tourism, fish farming and harvesting, timber, among others. The National Development Plan 3, 2020-21, 2024-25, development under Chapter 9, climate change is covered, natural resources, environment, water management are all covered. This calls upon each of us to make a contribution in mitigating climate change through sustainable management of the environment so that we can achieve increased household incomes and improve the quality of life for the population. Environmental protection is therefore critical to human health. Ladies and gentlemen, Uganda is bound by the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, that are generated by the United Nations, to which Uganda is a party. Under SD 6, the SD 6 requires all member states to ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. SD 13 enjoins member states to take urgent action to combat climate change and its impact. SD 14 enjoins member states to conserve sustainability, use the oceans, seas, and maintain marine resources for sustainable development. The above SDs should be borne in mind throughout this week and guide our current and future actions in regard to the way the environment is managed. We should also keep it in mind that Article 39 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda provides, and I quote, "Every Ugandan has a right to a clean and healthy environment." Quote. All persons have a right to access clean air, water, and uncontaminated food. Proper management of water resources and environment are key to the realization and enjoyment of of a right to a clean and healthy environment. The natural forests and wetland cover is currently under threat from indiscriminate destruction by encroachers. Increase in population has led to the need for agricultural land, industrial parks, and settlement space. Wetlands within and around Kampala, such as Chinawataka, Rubiji, and Luzira wetlands, are examples of wetland degradation. The wetlands in the countryside have equally not been spared, especially by agricultural activities. There is a need to scale up restoration of degraded ecosystems and also strengthen enforcement of water and environmental laws and regulations at all levels. I wish to assure you of the support of the judiciary in ensuring that enforcement of these laws and regulations is achieved. I want to assure the Minister that discussions are ongoing about the establishment of the Environmental Court. It is clear that climate change inaction jeopardizes development. It affects the timely achievement of national goals. It underscores the importance of mainstreaming climate change in all sectors of government. I wish to call upon everybody to join in the efforts of addressing climate change. When we talk about climate change, we are talking about our actual lives and livelihood. When it is hot like it is this morning, we all feel it ourselves. In our neighborhood, South Sudan, schools are closed. That's not far from us. Ladies and gentlemen, water and environment resources are at the core of sustainable development. They are critical for socio-economic transformation and human survival. These resources are key in the implementation of the parish development model, which has been adopted to enhance livelihoods of the citizens of this country through improved household incomes. I wish to recognize and appreciate the various organizations and development partners that have continued to support the Ministry of Water and Environment to achieve water and environment services to the people of Uganda. I wish to thank you for this support and request you to continue working with us so that this critical sector of government is effectively managed. It is then that we will perform its key functions for the benefit of all the people residing in this country. I wish you all fruitful deliberations during this week and a successful commemoration of the 3 annual sector international days. That is, the International Forest Day of March 21st, the World Water Day of March 22nd, and the World Meteorological Day of March 23rd. It is now my singular honor to declare the 7th Uganda Water and Environment Week 2024 officially opened for God and my country.